Hello, everybody. Welcome to Sex Week at Yale 2008. Our first guest is a former porn producer. Please welcome Donnie Pauling. Our next guest is a vivid girl and a superstar in the adult industry. Please welcome Monique Alexander. Our next guest is the founder and pastor of XXXchurch. Give it up for Craig Gross. And finally, you've seen him on The Surreal Life. He's got his own documentary on Showtime, 12 music videos, and almost 2,000 adult movies. Give it up for Ron Jeremy.
I've heard better.
Finally, of course, our moderator for tonight's debate. Please welcome ABC News Nightline anchor Martin Bashir.
Hello, I'm Martin Bashir, and this is the Nightline Face-Off. Like it or hate it, it's impossible to ignore it. Pornography now qualifies as one of America's most successful industries. According to one trade publication, the business of pornography earns $14 billion a year, employs more than 100,000 people, and is one of the most popular subjects for surfers on the web. Generally featuring consenting adults and regulated solely for those above the age of 18, pornography seems like a harmless form of entertainment that hurts nobody. But there are others who are not so sure. They point to the effect of pornography on young people, suggesting that the largest consumers of pornography are young boys between the ages of just 12 and 17. They also claim that much of pornography is about degrading men and women, and that an interest in pornography may well harm people's marriages. So today, in the Nightline Face-Off, we want to ask, is America addicted to pornography? Joining me on stage are four individuals who have strong views and strong connections to the business. Monique Alexander is an actress and a model with a considerable number of credits to her name, most of which we cannot mention. She's a contracted star with Vivid, and I noticed that your performances have also garnered a series of awards, including Best Actress and Best Sex Scene. So, Monique, you're most welcome. Craig Gross is a Christian and an evangelist who discovered that believers have as much of a problem with pornography as unbelievers. He runs an online community called XXXchurch, which seeks to support those who feel that they've become addicted to pornography. Donnie Pauling had a successful career as one of the nation's foremost pornography producers, at one stage making $500,000 a year for just 6 months' work. He since left the business and now speaks about the downside of an industry that once served him so well. And last, but certainly not least, is Ron Jeremy. The very name alone sends some people into a form of ecstasy. Ron Jeremy describes himself as the hardest working man in showbiz. He also says, somewhat self-deprecatingly, when the audience sees a schlub like me getting lucky, then it feels like there's hope for everybody. Welcome to you all, and I wonder if I could ask Craig Gross to begin by telling us why he believes there's a problem with pornography.
Yes. One of the things, as Ron and I have debated over 25 times, I always have to go first. And, although Martin asked me, Ron always makes sure I go first. Ron, could you actually tell them why I always have to be the guy that sits on the left and goes first?
Well, the left I can't answer. Going first, I'll answer, since you asked me. Because I'm not on the attack. We're not on the attack. I like what Craig does for a living. I have no problem with that. We have organizations in the porn business, PAW and AIM, that try to get girls out of the biz if they're having problems with it. We try, if he finds girls that don't really belong in the business, have emotional problems, leads them to Christ or the path of righteousness, I have no problem with that. He cares about what he does, and he's sincere. He's not a hypocrite. He has a wife and kids, and I've traveled with him. So I'm not on the attack. How am I going to begin the debate? Here's Craig Gross. Nice guy, cares about kids. I'm gone. Check, please. Where's my limo? Whereas he's on the attack. He comes after my industry. Me and Monique are going to defend it, and I'm going to slam dunk every one of his points.
Okay, well, let's hear...
And I would say at 5'4", Ron, you won't slam dunk anything.
That was funny.
Sorry.
That was good.
I'm excited to be here tonight, and one of the things that I want to be clear of is that my ministry, XXXchurch.com, and my belief is not to take away your right to see porn. If you like porn, go ahead and watch it. You know, I'm here to help those that are really having a tough time with this stuff, help those that want out of porn. Our website offers free software called X3 Watch that monitors where you go online and sends a report to your mom, your pastor, your wife, your girlfriend, of any site that you look at. Some of you are like, I'd never sign up for that software, and that's fine. But those that want out of looking at porn, it's great accountability. Our website goes to porn shows. That's where I met Ron and where I've seen Monique. At those shows, we hand out Bibles that say Jesus loves porn stars. Because I believe that Jesus loves pastors and porn stars the same. And tonight, although Ron is my opponent on stage, he is a friend. And, you know, I'll take his points. I've heard him before, his arguments. They don't hold up. So I'll share with you 4 quick points on why I believe not only is America addicted to porn, but why this is such a big deal. The first is pornography is not real. It's fantasy, not reality. A lot of you guys that are grown up watching porn, you're seeing these women as ideal. You're going to be disappointed in your future sex life because it won't match up to porn. An internet woman never says no. She doesn't have needs and feelings and emotions. And those of you that have never been involved with a real woman, you're just involved with this internet stuff that looks nothing like a real relationship or real sex. For girls, those of you that are watching this stuff, you see these images as ideal. It gives you unrealistic expectations about sex, about what you should look like, how you should act. And that's what I think is a very scary thing in today's world, as you guys are consuming more porn than any generation before you. I think it's dangerous. Not only do I think that, the Mies Commission, along with the Surgeon General's workshop on pornography, have both agreed that pornography is harmful. You say, well, what's the big deal about fantasy? Well, okay, they've sold you a product that's a lie. They've sold you a product that, you know, you think they love the sex. You think they're hot and heavy getting into this. Most of the gals I've been in the porn industry don't enjoy the sex on camera. A lot of them then don't even enjoy the sex off camera. Ron, I've seen one of his movies, his documentary. It's recommended for all viewing pretty much. But in his documentary, he says himself, you know, when I'm getting hot and heavy on these sex scenes, I fantasize about Vietnam casualties, dead dogs, and grandma. So that should just show you that they've sold you a big, enormous lie.